Nav Simmer here after a really long time. First, because I was taking care of my primary channel, and the second reason was that my beautiful smart TV just had a little accident. But before that all happened, I found this quadcopter here called, I think it's Quadro. This is what it's called. You can download it directly from the Explain forum. Apologies because I don't remember the name of the creator of this quadcopter, but it behaves pretty much like a helicopter, except it's way much easier to control. As you can see, it actually shows no controls for me. It shows no panel, nothing. I don't know how to see the speed in here. You fly blindly. You just have the visual references below you and ahead of you and around you. That's all you have to navigate with this one. I don't know if that's a glitch or it's just the way it is. I honestly don't know much more about this model, but it's so fun to fly because it's way much easier than a helicopter. It's not perfect though. It's hard to control, honestly. Without further ado, let's get it flying. But first, let's obviously start it. Its ignition sounds exactly like a helicopter. From what I read there, the creator of this model used helicopter features for this quadcopter. The ignition is very funny because you hear the ignition like a helicopter, but once it's running, you barely hear anything, and it just jumps from the ground as soon as you operate what would be the collective in any helicopter. So basically, you go up with the collective input and you go forward with the cyclic input, the same inputs as the helicopter. And as you can see, the pedals, they are not visible, they are not rendered in this model, but still you have some pedal actions going on there. It's a little awkward to control, but nonetheless, this is very nice to fly. You can barely hear any noise from the engines. Actually, you don't hear the engines. All you hear is the whooshing sound from the blades and nothing else. There's no engine noise coming out. And because we don't have visible controls, landing this thing is a little bit weird because you don't know how far from the ground you actually are, despite the visual references. You kind of have to guess. And as soon as it lands, usually you hear what in X-Plane 11 sounds like the crash. You touch the ground and you hear the crash, depending on how hard. But you don't really crash with this quadcopter. Trying to be smooth on the landing because I'm not sure exactly how far or how close to the ground we are. From the cockpit, you have no reference of how close to the ground you are, but you land it. It sounds like a really hard landing, but it's still in one piece. We might as well take off if we wanted to. But for now, we're not flying anywhere. We're just ending the video right here. I have another video flying this quadcopter in a very, very cool scenery that I might be uploading as soon as I can. See you next time.